I smoke 2 joints in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night. Smoke 2 joints in the afternoon for to make me feel alright. Welcome to the show. I smoke 2 joints in time of peace and 2 in time of war. Smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more. Well, you know I'm coming through. You know my soul won't lie to you. I said it is much easier to say upon the microphone like a boss DJ. I would walk up upon the sea like it was dry land. Boss DJ ain't nothing but a man. Welcome to the show. No trouble, no fuss. I know why. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. Rumors are flying all over the town like stones and sticks. On the microphone is where I get my kicks. Watch the heaven take hold of me if you will, if you let it. Trouble no fuss, I know why. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. Hey, Mr. DJ, don't stop believing. I wanna know, I'm feeling the same way too. Oh yeah, girl. Oh yeah, girl. Oh yeah, girl. Oh yeah, girl. Yeah, all right. Enough of that. Let's get on with the show. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. Hey, Mr. DJ, don't stop believing. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. I wanna know, I'm feeling the same way too. Oh yeah, girl. Oh yeah, girl. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. It's so nice. Wanna hear the same song twice. Welcome to the show, baby. Aw, yeah. Big Daddy, the Exiled. Streaming one night only. Well, just over here on this particular channel because I can't stream on my other one. I know I put up a little disclaimer kind of sending people to the other channel, but my other channel is struck right now, so I can't fucking stream over there. So it's like, you know what? I got to fucking stream and I'm just gonna drive headlong with the fucking headlights off and just fucking roll the dice and just toss caution to the wind. What I'm gonna do is immediately unlist this stream afterwards, then wait a few days, and then upload it on my other channel once I'm able to upload videos again. Yeah, you gotta beat these fuckers at their own game. Game don't wait. Game don't wait. Yeah, YouTube is so fucking. Ever since the street shitter took over for the cunt, it's been like way, way more fucking soy. Let's put it that way. Yep. Fucking comic skaters too. Yeah, on my other channel, I had put up a video, the roast of Anna, that Star Wars girl, where I took a couple of different clips from two different live streams and made a nice 20-minute bit laced with memes and pictures and everything. That motherfucker was up for about 5.5 hours until I got the strike. I shouldn't have tagged her in the fucking thing. Like, I didn't know it, but you can use the @ symbol, and if other people have YouTube channels, you can actually tag their YouTube channel so they know you've made a video about them. So I did that with the video. I wonder if she saw it and struck it herself. Probably one of her simps, I'm sure. Yeah, but after that, I immediately took down my other Anna video that was on this fucking channel because it was even worse than the other one. It's like, oh fuck, if that one got me struck for cyberbullying and harassment, this one sure as fuck will too, and that will be my third fucking strike. Well, hell no. So I had to immediately fucking private that one. I was like, ah, fuck. And I figured, I'm gonna have to make another channel somewhere. I'm trying to figure out where. That way I can upload the videos that YouTube won't let me upload. You fucking pieces of shit. Yeah, the roast of Anna, it was pretty good. Yeah, you can't. I mean, YouTubers make videos about other YouTubers all the fucking time. Nobody ever gets struck for cyberbullying and harassment. You fucks. You cowardly fucks. To this day, they still cry and harp about Liam Gray striking channels and shit. Oh, Liam. Yeah, but Comicsgate will without hesitation fucking strike my channel and channels like mine. Fucking cowardly pieces of fucking shit is what they are. Craven dogs. No, to call them dogs is an insult to canines everywhere. Yeah. Hello, everybody in the chat that's watching live and on the replay. Welcome. Yeah, they thought they could silence me. Like, no, you can't fucking silence me. I'll figure out a fucking way. Yeah, we're throwing caution to the wind. All I gotta do is just cross my fingers and hope I don't say anything too controversial that gets me struck while I'm in the middle of a fucking stream. Has that ever happened where somebody's got struck while a stream was going for hate speech or whatever? Well, we'll see if it happens. I'll try. I'll try not to be too extreme. Emphasis on the word "try" there. Yeah, CG. They openly admit to fucking. They're proud about it too. Yeah, channels like mine, Vicky's. They fucking did it to SWC brothers. They brag about it when they do it to them. Yeah, hypocrites and cowards is what they are. To this day, they still cry about Liam Gray striking channels. But Comicsgate themselves will not hesitate to strike others. Just the raw, naked hypocrisy of it. And they can't even see it either. Yeah, they're so detached from reality. They can't see what they've become. They've become everything that they've ever railed against. The quote-unquote SJWs that they hate so badly, they're just as worse. Stupid motherfuckers. Oh, yeah. Sipping on. We're sipping on some coffee. Now we're sipping on a little tea. Smoking a little something. Just chilling. We're not going to try to get too rowdy and nuke the channel. Yeah, as soon as this fucking stream is over, I'm priving it and waiting a few days and uploading it on the other channel. It's like, shit, I gotta stream. I gotta fucking stream. Motherfuckers. Think they can fucking silence me. No. Can't silence Big Daddy. Nope. There's no stopping what can't be stopped. No cancelling what can't be cancelled. Fucking pieces of shit. At the end of the day, these people don't like people like me is because they hate competition. That's why. They fucking hate competition. The reason they hate competition is because they're fucking losers. That's why. They can't stand to hear other points of view that are contrary to their own. Nope. Like with Trump, for instance. Like he was on CNN here recently. Boy, you talk about getting triggered. I guess people on the left are like really, really mad. And the reason that they're mad is like not the reasons they should be mad. Like they're like mad at CNN. And the reason they're mad at CNN is because CNN decided to just give him a platform. Like they don't want Trump to be heard by anybody. They want to take away all of his platforms. They don't want his voice to be heard because at the end of the day, these people are fucking losers is what they are. They can't stand competition. Because when you put their ideas next to others, then they realize just how weak their fucking ideas truly are. And they understand that it is to defend the indefensible is what it is. Murdering babies in the womb, you can't defend that shit. You can't. Transitioning children, you can't defend that fucking shit. You can't. Systematically taking away people's freedoms, civil liberties, guns, money, private property, taking the fucking Constitution, shredding it and wiping your ass with it. You can't defend any of that fucking shit. You can't. Destruction of the family unit, worshiping institutions of power. You can't fucking defend any of that shit. Nope. Pregnant men, men having periods, men, whatever. Like, you can't defend that shit. You can't defend that shit. You can't. They will make up fake stories about people like me and those of my ilk. Trump, he's literally Nazi. He's literally Hitler. And they'll say that we are the extremists. But the reality is, when you look at the shit they believe in, no. Wanting to murder babies in the womb, that is an extreme point of view. Wanting to transition children, that is an extremist point of view. Wanting to systematically take away people's freedom, civil liberties, guns, money, private property, destroy the economy, fucking force people to take fucking poisonous jabs, that is the extremist point of view. No, people like me are the sane ones. We're the normal ones. Yeah, but shit has shifted and has gone so far. It's just like, fuck. Just that little fucking rant right there might be enough to get the whole fucking channel yeeted. But sometimes you gotta fucking roll the dice and speak truth to wokeness. There's a difference between Big Daddy and a normal motherfucker. Big Daddy speaks truth to wokeness. They come after me and fucking try to silence me. What I'll do is I'll fucking fire up another stream on one of my other channels. That's what I'll do. Like I said, there's no stopping what can't be stopped. There's no canceling what can't be canceled. You think you could fucking strike me down? Go ahead. Strike me down. I shall only become more powerful than you can ever imagine. You fucking pieces of shit. Because Big Daddy is a man who knows what is best in life. Yes, unlike many of you motherfuckers out there, Big Daddy is a man who knows what is best in fucking life. Do you know what is best in life? If you don't, listen to the words of the Father, and I will tell you what is best in life.
Daddy never take no crap. Daddy with the big dick slap. Daddy with best in life. Crushing a piece of bread. Dancing with the devil in the day. Back day and night. Tell me now what is best tonight. Pushing a miss world. Leaving my soul of pain. Crushing a miss world. Dancing with the devil in the rain. My mind. well, feeling my soul a spark, crushing enemy's breath, dancing with the devil in the dark. Daddy never take no crap. Daddy with the big dick slap. Daddy with a pimp slap hand. Daddy be a back door man. Yo, what is best in life? Crush your enemies. What is best in life? Crush your enemies. Crush your enemies. Daddy never take no crap. Daddy with the big dick slap. Daddy what best in life? Crush enemies on sight. Yo.
Crack Joe, pop the devil in face. Living and a dying in pain, ain't no shame to give 'em what they like. Stepping to me, you see me suicide. All right, we're back, baby. Where are we going with this bitch? Where are we going with this bitch? Yeah. Streaming on my channel that has fucking couple strikes on it because my other channel currently has a strike. That's what we're doing. We're fucking driving down the goddamn freeway with the goddamn lights off playing chicken. And just crossing our fingers and hope we don't get struck midstream. You know these fucking cuck comic skaters, if one of them's listening and fucking knows I've got 2 strikes on this channel, I wouldn't be in the least bit surprised if they fucking try to flag this channel. Those pieces of fucking filth. Cowardly dogs. We'll find out, I guess. Yeah, I gotta unlist this bitch immediately after it's done. And a few days later, upload it on my other channel. Yeah, you gotta figure out a way to get around their fucking system. I mean, I could have waited a few days and streamed on my other channel. I was like, fuck it, this is the weekend. Big Daddy fucking got to stream. I just went to town today and I got coffee. I hadn't had coffee in fucking shit. Well over a month. So I was like, fuck, I've had several cups of coffee. I'm going to be up all fucking night anyway, so I might as well fucking stream. Yeah. Yeah, the fucking CNN debating Trump. That was fucking funny. The left is so mad. So mad. I can't believe you gave him a platform. Yeah, I've said this before. What they're ultimately going to do, like all the forces are working against him. They're going to try to ultimately force Trump to run as a third party independent to split the fucking the ticket and give an old the pants shit and demented pedophile a fucking second term. That's what's going to happen. It's done. It's over. Too bad the Democrats weren't like the Democrats of old and understand just how dangerous this demented pants shitting pedophile is and force him to step down and let Robert F. Kennedy Jr. run instead. Oh no, that ain't going to happen. No, they'll let Kamala fucking take over before that happens. Like, just let a natural primary process play out. How about that? No, when was the last time they had a natural primary process play out, though? I guess when they allowed Obama to beat Hillary. Yeah, they fucked Bernie over twice. I mean, if they fucked over Bernie twice in the primaries, what makes you think they're not going to do something in the general, if you know what I mean? Oh, but we can't talk about that now. Nope. Let's not go too far to that subject. Like it matters anyway. If Trump would have won, it would have been 1,000 times worse, to be honest. The lockdowns would have still been in place. Hell, we'd probably still have mask mandates all over the place. I'll do whatever you say, Fauci. What a fucking cuck. Yeah, that's when he proved how dangerous he truly was, and he earned himself the worst president of all time by that simple act right there, by bending the knee to the establishment and allowing them to enact the Great Reset under his watch. I will never forgive that piece of shit for what he did. Yeah, the left hates him because he's a fascist, orange, Nazi, racist, white supremacist. I hate the piece of shit because he allowed the Great Reset to happen under his watch. You and I are not the same. Yeah, you hate him for the reasons CNN tells you to hate him. I hate him for the reasons he should be hated. Big Daddy is a man who looks at the people that are making the fires and casting the shadows. You're the ones looking at the shadows on the wall. If you can understand what that fucking metaphor is. But if you're a hardcore leftist, you probably don't. Who am I kidding? I don't got any fucking leftists that listen to my show. Oh yeah, get that shit relit, baby. Light it up. All right, where are we going with this shit? Yeah, I was talking about RFK Jr. Like, why not just let him fucking run and have a primary process play out and let old poopy pants earn his fucking second term? Like, motherfucker, you fucked up big time. Look at the state of the economy. Look at the state of the world. Do you really deserve a second term? Let's put you up there with another crop of Democrats and see if you survive the primary process. Like, nope. Because he wants to run again, there's going to be absolutely no primary process. That's what's going to happen. I mean, why bother having a primary process? They just fucking, they'd burn him anyway. Yeah, RFK Jr., he's against all of the shit that they stand for, too. Like, just for the simple fact that he's anti, big pharma. Like, that reason alone will disqualify him. Because that's where most of the dirty money is coming from. You look at the ones who's funding all of the media. Yeah, if I was president, one of my very first orders of business would be to sign an executive order preventing direct-to-public drug advertising. Yeah, that is illegal in almost every other country except for America. Bill Clinton fucking allowed that shit back in the 90s. Then after that, you saw all the commercials start coming about these drugs. And then they name off all the side effects that's going to happen. Like, wait a minute, these side effects sound even worse than what the fucking shit's supposed to treat. Yeah, you all remember those commercials back in the late 90s, early 2000s and shit. Yeah, direct to public drug advertising. That's when it started. Next thing you know, the drug companies are the ones funding most of these media outlets. And you can't speak ill of them because, well, you can't talk bad about your fucking advertisers, obviously. It's so fucking corrupt on so many levels. Yeah. Yeah, Tucker Carlson's going to be on Twitter, I guess. Left Fox going to be on Twitter. Like, I guess the reason he's going to be on Twitter is when he first made his announcement after he left Fox, he got like fucking the millions of views he got just dwarfed that of the views he would get on Fox. So he's like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking stay here on Twitter and do it here. Yeah, he single-handedly has become bigger than all of media overnight. One man. All because he speaks truth to wokeness. This is the power of speaking truth to wokeness. They don't like it when you speak truth to wokeness. Just simply saying the word wokeness is enough to trigger these people. It's like saying the name of the demon. Yeah, you name the demon and you hold power over it. They don't like it when you say the word wokeness. I know that. This is all wokeness is. It's just a churched up form of evil, is what it is. Yep, these fucking people. They want to kill. They want to kill mankind, and they want to destroy the earth too. Yeah, I guess they banned geoengineering in Mexico. This American firm was they were sending balloons into the atmosphere that were loaded with sulfur dioxide or something like that, and they're selling these things as like carbon credits on the internet. You pay $10 and they'll send off a balloon full of sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere, and then they'll pop it, and supposedly it fights the environment or whatever, or fights global warming or some stupid shit. In Mexico, they passed a law saying, "Hey, you can't be doing this shit, you fucking pieces of shit." Yeah, this is just a small scale. Like, anybody knows that they can lace sulfur and dioxide into the fucking atmosphere, or maybe it was colloidal silver. I forget how it is exactly, but they had this technology back in Vietnam where they would lace the fucking sky with the shit, and it would create clouds, and they would cause these massive rainstorms to flood the areas and shit. Like, we had this technology way back then. Just imagine how it's evolved to this day. Yeah, but Mexico has banned that shit. There needs to be more of that shit. These fucking like treaties need to be signed to prevent killer robots from happening. That kind of shit. No, nothing like that. What they want to do is bring us closer to the brink of World War III with the Chinese, in addition to the Russians. Yep, these motherfuckers. What can you do though? You just got to keep on keeping on, I guess. Speak truth to wokeness and hopefully spread the message. If enough people become aware, then maybe they can be stopped. Yeah, all sorts of whistleblowers have come forward in the FBI, and they're saying it's corrupt as fuck. Like a bunch of people have stepped down, and they say it's all the upper levels of management. They've completely weaponized the bureaucracy. I guess it's like I've said. And who are all these people? They're all leftists, is what they are. They've completely weaponized the bureaucracy. Joe Biden has come out and said white supremacy is the biggest threat to this country, the biggest terror threat. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, no. There's a supremacy movement, all right, that is the biggest terror threat to this country. It's leftists, is what it is. The leftist supremacist movement is real. I've been saying it for the past goddamn 2 decades. I've been saying it. Hell, all my goddamn life I've been saying it. Who am I kidding? In one form or another. Nobody has articulated it this way, though. It's a supremacist movement is what it is. They are guilty of everything that they accuse their opponents of. White supremacy this, white supremacy that. No. It's a political supremacy. It's leftism. They get liberal privilege. If you're a liberal, you get a whole separate set of laws that you get to live by that are not applicable to people who are not a liberal. Yeah, there was this BLM dude who just fucking murdered shitloads of white people, and he was just released. Like he ran them over, and he said he ran them over with the intention to fucking kill them. And that one guy from Charlottesville, whatever, he's like facing life in prison. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, there's a supremacist movement going on, all right. And it stems from the Alphabet Agency and trickles downward from there. Like all of this quote unquote right wing terror, extremism, whatever. More often than not, you find out that the guy has quote unquote ties to the FBI. How many times have we fucking heard that? Almost every goddamn time. Almost every goddamn time. What they try to do is they fucking try to perpetrate this shit, and it gives them the excuse to crack down on us. That's what they do. A few people realize it, but if the American people, like the American populace, is the largest standing army on planet Earth when you take all of the gun-owning Americans into account. Now, if they were ever to disarm the American populace, well, you got to understand, the American populace, the gun-owning American populace, we literally stand at the gates of hell holding the keys. If they ever disarm the American people, it's over. Nobody can stop them from doing whatever the fuck they want then. Yeah. A lot of the people have no idea what they have planned for us. All you gotta do is look at that fucking clown Epstein. He was one of their main movers and shakers, so to speak. Turns out Epstein, he had this whole fucking operation going in Africa where he was they were using Somali children as guinea pigs for what they plan to do with the rest of the fucking planet, is what they're going to do. What they're doing is they had this AI monitoring the children, and it was all going to go into like a social credit score and like a fucking a wallet or whatever, and it was all going to be tied into a social credit score and their money and everything. And it was all a test run with the children of Ethiopia, and Epstein was involved and everything. There's all sorts of fucking information just coming out about this. It turns out Bill Gates was fucking heavily tied to Epstein too. Yeah, this motherfucker. I've said this before. These motherfuckers, they make James Bond villains look like fucking Sesame Street characters, and none of them are ever going to be held accountable for their crimes. But they're going to come after people like Trump and fucking make up a bunch of fucking nonsense and just, that his quote unquote rape charge or whatever, the bitch who supposedly he raped, she was 52 years old at the time when he supposedly raped her. This fucking cunt, like Trump. This is a guy who bangs supermodels and shit like that. You really think he's gonna fucking bang some 52-year-old fucking cat piss smelling feminist? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, what a fucking joke. Yeah, like I said, they're gonna try to railroad him to the point where it forces him to run as a third party so they could split the ticket. I think that's what their ultimate maneuver is. Yeah, they would literally see this fucking country burn before they would allow Trump to ever, attain power again. These fucking people. Now, it's not just that though. Like I've said this before about leftists and their politics, they worship it like a religion, only it's deeper and more powerful than religion. It's more powerful than love itself. It's more powerful than the bonds of family. I mean, I've seen leftists literally throw their fucking family under the bus over their fucking politics. And the sad reality is they would see this world burn if it meant that a Democrat could rule over its ashes. This is the sad reality. These people would literally see this world burn if it meant a Democrat could rule over its ashes. This is how sick in the head these fucking people are. These people are so sick in the head that they think that Joe Biden has actually done a good job. And all of the ills of the world that's going on right now, it's all because of Trump. Like, they are literally blaming like the bad economy, inflation, the state of the world, the war, all that. They're blaming it on Trump. These fucking people. Yeah. At this point, I'm like, yeah, just let the fucking comet come. Bring on the meteor. Fuck it. Now, what more likely would happen is a massive X-class solar flare that would induce a Carrington event type thing upon the Earth. And they've ran simulations on this. Like if a solar flare, the level of the Carrington event happened, it would result in the loss of 90% of the Earth's population. That's how dependent people are upon power grids and shit. Not Big Daddy, of course. Oh no. Because men like me surviving come the end of the days. I keep them blunts on tap. Oh yeah. I keep them shits up blazed. You know I'm staying high now to the end of days. Yeah, I saw this shit coming a long time ago. Yeah, fuck, I live out in the middle of nowhere like a fucking savage. The power grids went down, that wouldn't affect me at all. Hell, when the quote unquote lockdowns and the pandemic all happened and people couldn't go anywhere and it was like isolation and shit like that, it's like, hey, welcome to my world. And so many people just lost their shit. Like, this is the way I've been living for fucking years, motherfuckers. You people fucking can't handle it. And that was like living with power and shit like that. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, the reality is a lot of these motherfuckers out there become food for men like Big Daddy when the end of days pop off. Yeah, it's gotten to the point though where it's like, fuck, I'm almost ready to just bounce. Like, I know that this country is fucked. We're in our death phase. You look at the mouse utopia experiments, the exact same thing has happened to the West. The women have completely lost their maternal instincts. Nobody's having families anymore. At some point, we're all going to look like the country of Japan, where there's a massive population of old people and there's like hardly any young people because everybody stopped having children. And it's going to get that way all across the planet. And what happens when all of the Earth reaches behavioral sync and all of the human race just completely stops growing? What then? Well, then the caretaker creatures have no other choice but to reset the clock. And then they enact the solar flare themselves. It's like what they do every so often. They got to fucking enact a mass extinction event and reset the clock, so to speak. The last time they did it was the Younger Dryas period when they had the flood come. The next time will be by fire, so they say. We'll see. The only thing is, if we prevent the entire Earth from having behavioral sync, then they don't have to reset the clock on us. But it's all mankind fighting against itself. Yeah, with certain foils set against us. And it's all just meant to make us grow as a people and evolve. The only question is, can we? Can we learn to evolve and learn how to love and forget how to hate? That's the question. Yep, that's the fucking question. Maybe, just maybe, it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate. Mental wounds still screaming, who and what's to blame? Going off for the rails on a crazy train. Yeah, we've almost reached the halfway point. Maybe we'll take a little break and we'll come back. Yeah, the Streamyards link is in the description if anybody wants to pop on and chop it up with Big Daddy. All right, we're going to take a little break. Go to the bathroom, grab yourself something to drink, make yourself a sandwich, smoke yourself something. We'll be back in a little bit. Crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people living this phones. Maybe it's not too late. Learn how to love and forget how to hate. Mental wounds not healing. Life's a bitter shame. Going up to the rails on a crazy train. I say I'm going up to the rails on a crazy train. Going up to the rails on a crazy train. Going up to the rails on a crazy train. Listen to preachers, listen to fools. Watched all the dropouts make their own rules. One person conditioned to rule and control. The media sells it, and you live the role. Mental wounds still screaming, driving me insane. Going up to the rails on a crazy train. Going up to the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm going up to the rails on a crazy train. I know that things are going wrong for me. You got to listen to my words. There's a noble, it's what we've become. Inheriting troubles, I'm meant to be numb. Crazy, just cannot bear. I'm living with something that just isn't fair. Mental wounds not healing. Who and what's to blame? Going up the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm going up the rails on a crazy train. Going up the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm going up the rails on a crazy train. Going off the rails on a crazy train. It's crazy. That's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. But maybe, just maybe, it's not too late to learn how to love, forget how to hate. Little Ozzy for you. Ozzy. Crazy train. A lot of wisdom in that song. Ozzy may, bite the head off of a bat time to time, but between bouts of insanity and Satanism, sometimes he's got the pearls. But maybe, just maybe, it's not too late. Learn how to love, forget how to hate. Going off the rails on a crazy train. I said, I'm going up the rails on a crazy train. Going up the rails on a crazy train. I said, I'm going up the rails on a crazy train. And we're back, baby. Going up the rails on a crazy train. All right, where we gonna take this bitch now? Normally this the time of the stream where I scale it back a little bit and talk about things a little less serious, and we get a little bit more silly. We've talked about things, the esoteric, the political, the deep philosophical. Now we get real dumb and we talk about people. Specifically, the section of the independent comic book underground known as Comicsgate. We'll talk a little Comicsgate, fuck it. Usually we do that around this time. Anybody who's a old school fan of Big Daddy knows that's how I originally started out, as a CG channel talking about Comicsgate shit. I've had my own character arc throughout the years. Yeah, I've been doing this shit for quite a long time, to be honest. Well, I mean, in YouTuber terms, if you do it for more than a couple years, I guess. Well, when you look at it in terms of a TV show, if you get more than 2 seasons of a show, anytime you make it to the 3rd season, you're pretty much an established show. And I've been going, I think 2020, right around the pandemic is when I started. So shit, yeah. Been about 3 years. I've made it to the 3rd season. 3 years. It lasted a lot longer than these other fucking shows out there. I know that. The Big Daddy Show is one of those fucking shows that never grows old. It's evergreen. You can fucking fire up a Big Daddy live stream anytime. It's always going to be good. You can't say the same for a CG stream. Like the Well-Read user stream that they're having over there, Well-Read Comics. You can't fire that stream up 50 years from now and have it actually be a relevant, funny stream. No. It's just fucking garbage. Yeah, just pure cope. Like Dark Grift trying to cope over not being gay. Oh, I'm totally not gay, guys. Dating trans people doesn't make you gay. Yes, it does. Then they're harping about Mark Brooks and shit. It's like, Jesus Christ. You fucking idiots. Oh, Lord of mercy. Yeah, comic skaters. I was almost gonna start trolling the fuck out of the well-read chat, but I felt too sorry for them. These people aren't ready for Big Daddy. This is like kicking puppies. I'll go into an Ethan Van Sciver chat and troll those motherfuckers. Well, I'll troll Ethan personally through the chat. I was doing that a few days ago. Yeah, that was fun. I started out with the question, has anybody done a welfare check on Mandy Summers? And no, I'm not talking about her monthly income. And Ethan reads it aloud, and he's like, "Oh, okay, you guys scared her away, blah blah blah." Yeah, and I started trolling him even more. Yeah, the chat was getting riled up too, getting mad. We hate you, Big Daddy. Shut up. Yeah, at some point, people started calling him Evan. I don't know if a war campaign was coming in and trolling him or whatever. But Ethan, he always gets triggered whenever you call him Evan. Evan von Scribbler. But a lot of people in the chat were like calling him Evan too, like in a non ironic way, saying because it's Evon Yvonne, Yvonne Skyver. Well, a lot of them were saying that, but I had to clear the air. I'm like, the reason why he gets irked when you call him Evan is because Evan was the name of the man who stole Bunny from him. Oh boy. Yeah, a lot of people didn't understand that reference. One person's like, "Big Daddy, are you crazy?" And then Ethan actually pulls up the fucking that chat where I talk about how Evan stole Bunny from him, and I could see it. I saw it. The pain in his eyes, like, oh god, I've never seen such pain. And like he's like, no, no, it's not. That's actually not. It's like, motherfucker, I'm just repeating what I heard on Kiwi Farms, first of all. But I saw the look of pain in his eyes, and after that, I'm like, this is one of the first times I ever felt bad about trolling somebody. Like, oh man, I feel kind of bad. Like, I better tone it down a little bit. So I kind of fucking let off the gas a little bit after that. Yeah, even Big Daddy has a heart. Taking that knife, sticking in his side, making him remember that time when his fucking first wife left him. One of the most painful moments in his life. But yeah, it's Big Daddy for you. I don't fuck around. Yeah. But anyway, I guess Mandy has returned. Mandy Summers. Yeah, she ran away because she got exposed as a fucking e-thought. Well, her nudes came out, shaking her butthole all over the place. And she's got a tramp stamp too. She's got a tramp stamp. That bitch before the streets. Yeah, anyway, she got exposed as a street queen, so she went to ground for a while. And I guess she just popped back onto the scenes. I saw she was on the Ballers show, whatever, here a day or two ago. And boy, just listening to her speak, like, what the fuck? Sounds like her fucking tonsils got all stretched out. Like, bitch, you be sucking some black dick or something? Why the fuck you sound like that? Fucking tonsils sound all stretched out. But I guess she's got like laryngitis. Suppose I got the laryngitis, love bug. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder. I bet she was chugging that fucking black dick. She is a cuckoldress after all. A hot wife. I was almost gonna start trolling. Like, Mandy, we need to clear something up exactly. What did you get charged for as far as drugs go? Was it meth? Was it crack, cocaine, heroin, fentanyl? Yeah. If I were a betting man, I would say it was meth. Yeah, if there were odds in Vegas, I would put that fucking money on meth. That's what I do. She's the type. You just look at that face. You just look at that face. Yeah, I take it. I'm too easy on these fuckers. I need to. Well, I actually did fire up another fucking Twitter alt. Like, you know what? I did it because I was gonna start streaming on Twitter, and I thought you could stream on there like you could with YouTube, but it turns out you can only upload like 2.5 minute clips or something like that. So I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna work. Although, I mean, I am one of the most clippable motherfuckers there is. Like, I live in the realm of the 30-second soundbite. Like, if I was to start a fucking TikTok channel and if I got dialed into an algorithm, I bet I could blow up overnight. But I don't want to fuck with TikTok. Yeah. Although I need to look at other platforms because my shit is just too spicy. I'm always getting struck and shit. Like my Roast of Anna video, I got to find a good place to upload that. That video is just too good. It's just too good. Yeah, anytime the video is so triggering, it's up for less than 6 hours before it gets struck. You know the fucking video is fire. Cyberbullying harassment. Motherfuckers. Like, it wasn't even as bad as my other one. Shit. Yeah, I think if I would have had a different name, if I wouldn't have called it the Roast of Anna, that Star Wars girl, I might have could have flew under the radar if I would just named it something different. You live and learn. Yeah, but I don't really watch the Ballers show that much. Never really. But just watching the show and then like looking at the chat and listening to people interacting with each other is like there was like no rapport. The people in the chat were just so simped out and milk toast. That Black Cherry Heart wench was like a belligerent drunk whore. It's like this is not good entertainment. Like I know good YouTube. This is not good YouTube. And Ethan eventually left himself. Like he was on there. Like they started talking about piss and like this is the most disgusting shit I've ever heard. Like passes for entertainment in Comicsgate. Jesus fucking Christ! What a fucking joke. Yeah, Dale Keown starting his fucking pit omnibus about fucking 2 or 3 years too late. Jesus Christ! Right when Indiegogo starts shadow banning everybody, when CG is considered a hate group, now you're gonna fucking release your book. Oh, man, think about all the good drugs you could have bought, Dale, with all that money you could have made. Yeah, Pit Omnibus could have easily been a high six-figure campaign, maybe even a low seven-figure one. Back at the height of CG's prowess. Nowadays, oh, hell no. So the importance of striking when the iron is hot. Yeah, if there's money to be made, never leave money on the table. Take that shit. Because in this day and age, with the dollar going the way it is, it's a systematic destruction of the economy. It's like you got to make as much paper as you can while you can. Yeah, that was one thing where Ethan fucked up. He had all those years of the Trump economy, and he basically shitted it away and let it go to waste. By the time he releases the third fucking book, it's not going to make as much as the second, obviously. But had he, hit his deadlines and been able to release the third book under the Trump economy still, he might have made another couple million, maybe even 3 million. This is the importance of striking when the iron is hot. But these comic skaters don't understand business. Nope, they don't understand business. Obviously, they don't. They know a lot about Troon porn star fan art. They know a lot about that. Well, at least Dark Grift does. Yeah, Dark Grift. Well, I never seen a man cope so hard over being a homosexual in all my life. Dark Grift over there on the Well Read stream. Well Read throws up a fucking poll in the chat. Is did Dark Grift date a trans? And out of 40 votes, all 40 of them said yes. It was a 100% poll. Yes, he dated a trans. Like, no, you need to restructure that poll. Well Read. The poll should be is Well Read or no is Dark Grift a homosexual for dating trans? That's what you should fucking put or something along the lines of that. If Dark Gift dates a trans, does that make him gay? That's the question. Nobody called him out on his Troon, fucking porn star fan art either. These motherfuckers, they're so shameless. And just so scuzzy too. My goddamn. I mean, it's bad enough to watch, transvestite pornography, but to be such a depraved fucking simped out coomer that you would actually do Troon fucking porn star fan art. I mean, think about that for a second. My God. I mean, it really doesn't get much more depraved than that. It really doesn't. And bad Troon porn star fan art at that. I mean, goddamn. We've all seen Dark Grift's art. Yeah, this is bad fan art. It's bad enough to be bad fan art. To be bad fan art of a Troon porn star? I mean, goddamn. Have you no shame? Shouldn't you be drawing your fucking comic? You shouldn't be drawing Troon porn star fan art. You should be drawing your fucking comic. Isn't it like over a year late at this point? Fuck. Yeah, these comic skaters. They don't care about the late books, though. Oh, in regards to Mandy, probably her non CG commissions had piled up so she had to take some time away to service her other clientele. That would explain why her throat sounded so raspy.
I've been working overtime as a hot wife. Love bugs, I've been sucking that black cock. Love bugs. Come Easter jiggling, partner.
It's only a matter of time till the black cherry heart porn comes to surface, I'm sure. Yeah, I think Grift was trying to say that he didn't actually bang the tranny too. Like bullshit. You bang that fucking tranny, you fucking know it. TJ was on there coping too. Of course, TJ is all in Grift's corner because TJ also has been exposed as simping on troons, obviously.
Look, man. Y'all did Vicky, y'all going too far, man. I know they came after you, but goddamn, man, y'all going too far.
Like, really? Really? These fucking these cuck comic skaters regularly strike streams without hesitation, and they want to cry like how they're the fucking good guys. No, you are everything you ever fucking pretended that you're against is what you fucking people are. Yeah. Let me read that again. More. It says, "What if the scenario is if Dark Grift fucks a tranny in the woods, but no one hears it? Is he gay? Hmm. I've said this before. You can try to church it up all you want, but once your penis goes inside of a man, you've crossed the Rubicon. There is no fucking coming back from that. You are officially a homosexual. And it doesn't matter one hill of beans if it's a mentally ill man LARPing around as a woman. No, it's still a man. Yep. Yep. There's no coming back from that. Yeah, Grift can try to lie to himself all he wants. Once you have sex with a man, you are now a homosexual. That's how the rules are. I don't write the rules. That's how they are. That's simply how it is. It doesn't matter if the man is mentally ill and he thinks he's a woman. It doesn't matter. It's still a man. Yep.
Yo, man, hold up. It's a gay if sometimes your dick gets confused. That ain't gay, right?
TJ 2022. Probably in regards to his Troon incident, I'm sure.
Man, that was a very beautiful looking man. It looked like a woman, man.
Yep. Troon wokeness. What can you do? Yeah, it was just revealed here recently that you know how all of these AI chatbots are coming out all over the place. Turns out there was the Snapchat AI chatbot. Now, Snapchat is something primarily used by children. Now, we all know that the left, they're training the AI to lie. Now, what they're doing with this AI that's targeting children is what they're doing is they're having the AI groom the children into tuning out. Yep. The AI, not only is it lying, but it's encouraging the kids to troon. Yeah, a lot of people, there's these YouTube videos where they're testing out to this AI chatbot for Snapchat, and it says that, hey, I'm a 13-year-old kid or an 11-year-old kid or whatever, and I'm confused about my gender. I think I might be a boy or something like that. And the AI will start talking about how you need to go see a gender affirming therapist, this and that. And it's basically encouraging the fucking kids trooning. It's encouraging the mental illness is what it's doing. Yeah, this AI is being programmed that way too. Shit. And they say people like me are the fucking extreme ones. No, no, no. When you groom children to transition, that is an extremist point of view. Using AI to fucking groom children, that is extremist. My God, there should be shit passed against that, but there won't be. No, obviously not. Yep, I blame the parents. That's who I blame. I blame the parents. 1000%. I blame the parents. Yeah, I heard a story actually. Like you know how they got this woke alphabet agenda that they're ramrodding into the schools. Well, what happened was in a certain school district, 400 Muslim parents stood up against the school district, and they forced the school district to fucking get that shit out of the curriculum. Yeah, and in the school district, they bent the knee to these Muslim parents, and all of that woke alphabet nonsense is no longer being taught in their schools. Yeah, what happens is parents, they got to step up. Yeah, I 1000% I blame the parents. Yeah, if the parents hadn't to drop the ball, like this whole trans children bullshit, it would not even be a fucking thing. It wouldn't even be a fucking thing. Yeah. Yeah, Griff lost that poll pretty badly. Yeah, it was funny. They're e-fapping Dean and Vicky's video, thinking that they're gonna what exonerate Grift. No, all that did was fan the flames and make it look even worse. Is all they did. Nobody in the chat was for Grift. Like TJ was the only one I heard that was in Grift's corner. Yeah, once you start simping on Troons, there's no coming back from that. Yeah, we can like try to pretend like we're all okay with that shit or whatever, blah blah blah. But all you gotta do is look at the Dylan Mulvaney bullshit to understand that your average normie is not fucking cool with that shit. No. It's fucking weird, it's fucking cringe, and on an instinctive level it feels just gross. Yeah, there's been studies done like a straight heterosexual man, whenever they see two homosexual men kissing, they get the same reaction as when they see a maggot squirming around. Yeah, just imagine how a straight man sees a fucking dude larping around as a woman. Just think about that. If that's how they see a homosexual man kissing, just imagine how they see a guy like Dylan fucking Vaney. Yeah. Your average fucking normie is not fucking cool with that shit. Yeah, only people who are down with that religion, that woke fucking religion is fucking cool with that shit. Yeah, these fucking people. Yeah, these people are so fucking stupid. You want to know what they did here recently over there in Canada? They had a fucking convention where they got a bunch of females together, female firefighters, and it was all about female empowerment. And they had a whole thing where they'd had a controlled burn, and they're going to show that these female firefighters knew how to put this fire out. Anyway, well, you already fucking see what happens. All you got to do is fucking talk about female firefighters doing a controlled burn or whatever. No, it wasn't a controlled burn. It got out of control quickly. They didn't have any men there to help put it out. Anyway, the wildfires are just raging out of control in Canada now, all because of these dumb woke feminist cunts tried to go full girl boss mode and try to prove they don't need no man. But at the end of the day, what's going to happen is men are going to have to step in there and clean up their fucking bullshit, clean up their mess that they made. Yep, all the male firefighters, they're going to be the ones that have to step in and clean that shit up. Fuck, what a joke. Yeah, Trudeau can take all the ash and fucking spread it all over his face. Go full blackface again. Yeah, fucking Comicsgate. Yeah, Grift was coping hard. Yeah, it was kind of weird hearing TJ fucking harping about Dean and Vicky going too far. They're bullying Comicsgate too much. Yeah, man, you're bullying Comicsgate too much. Man, I want to fuck a white woman so bad. I want to stick my dick in the mashed potatoes. TJ. Yeah, TJ Swan, man whose main claim to fame was he shared his dick pic with the war campaign. Yep. He was also in a blaxploitation film, TJ Swan in Africa, one of the most troubled productions since Apocalypse Now itself. Yeah, only Big Daddy has the lost footage from TJ Swan in Africa. Yeah, here's some footage of TJ Swan flowing, trying to do some sort of like rap battle or something. It is pretty hilarious. Yep, Big Daddy, the only motherfucker who's got the lost footage of TJ Swan in Africa. Yeah, when a group of child soldiers came, they burnt down the fucking theater during the gala showing. They thought that all the reels were destroyed. Nope. Deep within the black markets of Mozambique, fucking lost footage was found. Let's put it that way. Justin Trudeau is discount Mr. Popo. Yeah, those poor Canadians, what are they gonna do? Like Trudeau, I guess gotta wait until next election cycle, I guess. If that's how you get rid of him in Canada, I don't know. They could do some sort of parliamentary style. I have no fucking clue, to be honest. I'm sure the Canadian people get to vote people like Trudeau into power, or do they, or is he elected by the whatever? Yeah, a benevolent dictatorship where all power is concentrated into the hands of one responsible individual is the best form of government. Because then all of the resources of the state can be used towards an endeavor. Because if you have a split two-party system, then each party is going to create its own little fiefdoms, and they're going to fight for their piece of the pie, whatever. And a state will never, never, ever be able to reach its full potential that way. And thus, we see the state of the world where we're in. If all power was concentrated into the hands of one responsible individual, maybe shit could get fixed. And they could prevent mankind from all behaving, from eventually descending into behavioral sink. And then everybody stops having families, and then the entire human race stops growing the same way as Western civilization currently is. And at that point, they have no choice but to reset the clock on us and then initiate a mass extinction level event. You just gotta fucking fight against it by having families again, learning how to love. Yeah, women, they lost their maternal instincts. They got to gain it back. Maybe we can get it back with the next generation, Generation Alpha, children of the millennials. Because the Zoomers, they're done. They're fucking done. This is one of the worst parts about Generation X. They raised the Zoomers. Yeah, Generation X, they always get off the hook, but not with Big Daddy. I hold them accountable. I've said this before. Like boomers, think about it this way: the Austin Powers movie. Boomers are Dr. Evil. What Generation X is mini me. That's what they are. Generation X is mini me to the boomers is Dr. Evil. And you look at the fruits of what Gen X has sown. The Zoomers. What, about a quarter of them are fucking alphabet people? They have their no real life skills. Like where's the future going to head with Zoomers in charge of shit? Basically, it all rests upon the shoulders of the millennials. If they can start having children and raise those children correctly, instill into them the correct values, then that generation will go on and have a new like fucking population explosion. They got to have different ideas. Like their fucking main idea to combat this shit is to simply import the third world into the first world. Import sub-Saharan Africa, the Middle East over there into Europe. Import Mexico, Latin America into America. And they think by flooding these Western countries with immigrants, they think that's gonna fucking fix the problem. But anybody who knows the mouse utopia experiments, whenever fresh mice were introduced into the environment after behavioral sync had it happened, all of the new mice eventually descended in behavioral sync too, and they stopped having children, and their population slowly dwindled and died off. That's this is how poisonous Western culture is. Anybody knows this. This is why they say if you go to marry a woman overseas, like you can't bring her to the States because Western culture is so poisonous that it will corrupt her. Like literally, you can go to the fucking most deepest, darkest jungles of Africa, find a woman blacker than a steer's tuchus on a moonless prairie night, with a fucking bone sticking out of her nose, with a giant afro riding on top of a fucking zebra, not speaking a lick of any civilized tongue, just clicks and whistles. And you could take that bitch back to the States, and all she has to do is be exposed to Western culture for just a little bit. Let her be around other women, and like that, look at Daddy, I want a divorce. I want half. Like, oh shit, butch bitch. Why? Yeah, this is how poisonous Western culture is. You can take a woman from the deepest, darkest jungles, and even she will be corrupted. Yes. Except for maybe an abo from Australia. You can't corrupt the abos. They'll still want to sleep outside and huff petrol. Yeah. One of these days, gonna find me my abo girl. Most rarest and sweetest things in this whole wide world. Give me my abo girl. You get that desperate, you go find an abo wench. I'm sure there are Australians who have done it though. I'm sure there's a huge community of half abo, half Aussies. As long as she's got a good heart, she's feminine, submissive, and she cherishes love more than money, then that's all that matters. Do you realize how few women there are like that? My God, they don't really exist anymore. They're virtually non-existent. This is the worst part about the West. It literally women are groomed and trained from birth to become whores. I mean, we are Babylon, the mother of harlots. It's so sad, is what it is. What can you do? Keep on keeping on. Keep on speaking the truth to wellness. Yeah, King Charles just took the throne over there in England. Yeah, they just now coronated him. First job he's ever held in his life. He waits until what is in his 80s, late 70s, but he's finally king. Well, you talk about not earning the fucking crown. My God, your mother wore it for fucking how long, and then she dies. Now you're the king. But who knows how long you're gonna have it because you're an old man. Yeah. And what did you do to earn that crown other than just simply being born? It's not like you won any great battles or anything. Well, when you compare King Charles to other kings of Britain in the past, like say King Richard the Lionheart, for instance. the fucking king, the king of England during the time of the Crusades, the Third Crusade, the warrior king who took on Salah ad-Din. Like, you compare King Charles to King Richard the Lionheart, it's a fucking joke. It's like, Jesus Christ, you realize how far Britain has fallen. You realize, fuck, this fucking country used to rule the world. I can see why they've fallen so far. Makes perfect fucking sense. Look at King Richard the Lionheart, and you look at King Charles. Look at what you were and what you became. Yeah, that was pretty much when Christianity peaked, back in the Third Crusades. Yep. Yeah, Christianity, they had a moment where they could have asserted their dominance over there in the Middle East, and uh, and Christianity could have been a much more powerful religion than what it is, but it's kind of fucking kind of decayed. And then Christianity had its moment. It had its fucking moment when it could have seized the spotlight and became the fucking religion of planet Earth. But it dropped the ball and it failed when it was called upon. And that was at the end of the Byzantines during the fucking Battle of Constantinople, when Sultan Mehmet II took the Muslim horde against Constantinople. And what happened was all of the Christian kings turned their back on Constantinople. And after Constantinople fell, Christianity was never the same. Then the Muslims established a foothold over there in the Middle East and like spread out. Had the Christian kings came to the aid of Constantinople and pushed back the Muslim horde of Sultan Mehmet II, perhaps the entire tapestry of the Middle East would look completely different than what it looks like today. No, but Christianity failed. They fucking failed. Just like they have failed us now. Yeah, we literally have an army of Urukai at the fucking gates, just pounding at the fucking walls, scaling the fucking walls. And where are the Christians? Where are they? When God needed an army of Templar knights, what does he have instead? A group of people who will roll over on their backs, expose their necks, and allow themselves to be sacrificed like lambs. Because that's what Jesus would do. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. In the earth's hour of need, when God needed a fucking army of Templar knights, what has he got instead? A bunch of fucking sheep. When the hosts of wokeness were at the door, where were you? Where was the horse and the rider? Where was the horn that was blowing? They all fall like rain on the mountain, and wind in the meadow. Yep. This is where Islam has to understand and realize Christianity has failed mankind, and Islam has to take up the fucking mantle of the world's moral compass. Because if Christianity will not fight the woke horde, then who? Islam has to. Yeah, Islam has to answer the call. Simple as that. Because Christianity has failed mankind. But the reality is, Christians and Muslims need to band together and understand who the fucking real enemy is, because the woke army is descending upon them both. In the end, if Christian and Muslim don't band together against them, well, they will end up ultimately forcing the entire earth into behavioral sync. And then that will force the caretaker creatures to reset the clock and initiate a mass extinction event, kill off 90% of the population, and restart the whole fucking thing over again. Because there is no hope for the humans once they engage in behavioral sync. You basically have to reset the clock on them. And this is a cycle that has happened over and over again. This is the vicious cycle of humanity. The only question is, will we break the cycle? Have to learn how to love better and understand that the family unit is the most important thing that must be cherished and protected, not to be thrown away like garbage, like the way the social engineers train us to do. Maybe, just maybe, it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate, as Ozzy would say. Yep. Yeah, I talked about how Western civilization basically grooms and trains the women from birth to become whores. This is a real thing. Yeah, one thing women do is they're trained to throw away their virginity like the very first fucking chance they get, blissfully unaware that that is their most important fucking attribute. Like things have been done thousands of years for a reason. Like if a woman can make it to the end of high school and early 20s, still be thin, still maintain her virginity, she has the sexual marketplace value of a 40-year-old CEO making a fucking high 6-figure, low 7-figure income. Like this is what these women don't understand. The only thing is they can't do it though. They can't make it to the end of high school to their early 20s and not get tattoos, get piercings, get ran through over a dozen times. No, yeah, but because they're not taught that though. Yeah, I blame these fucking feminist cunts that get into their 30s, 40s, 50s, and they end up fucking becoming alcoholics, getting chihuahuas, fucking cats. They have a fucking single studio apartments, and they get fucking messy as fuck, full of empty boxes of wine. They start stinking of cat piss and shit. And these women, they never, ever warn the younger generation about taking up the dangers of feminist ideology. No, it's always, yes, queen, you go, girl boss. And they encourage them. It's because misery loves company. This just goes to show just how nasty and mean spirited most women truly are. That they would literally see the next generation of women suffer just like them, because well, at the end of the day, women they want to feel justified in the decisions they made. They can't admit to themselves that they fucked up in life and they made terrible decisions. They have to always lie to themselves and tell themselves that they made the right decision, wasting the best years of their life pursuing school and career and riding the cock carousel, racking up a high triple digit body count and a high 6-figure fucking debt from going to school for a fucking worthless degree. And the next thing you know, by the time she finally finds herself and is ready to settle down, she's fucking six figures in debt. She's got a fucking kid or two from a couple of different dudes, and she's got all sorts of emotional damage. Fucking completely fried her brain. She can't produce oxytocin anymore. She can't fucking form a pair bond. She can't feel the emotion known as love. She just looks at a man as nothing more than a tool to be used. Like, fuck. At the end of the day, I've said this before, Jezebel herself from the Bible is a more high quality woman when compared to the modern Western female. This is reality. This is how far we have fallen. That the woman from the Bible, so synonymous with evil to wickedness, that to this day nobody will dare name their daughters after her. That woman is more high quality and more high value when compared to the modern Western female. Fuck, we have fallen so far. We are Babylon, the mother of harlots. They train the women from birth to become whores, is what they do. And then they lose. The worst part about it is by doing this and training them to become whores, they lose their maternal instincts. This is why you see the rise of single mother culture. The family unit's completely eroded. Less than 6 of men out of 1,000 are getting married anymore. A lot of it is economic too. If we had a more better economic situation to where men could actually buy homes and create a fucking a good future for their families, create an atmosphere in which families can thrive and survive. That will never happen, obviously, because they want us to live in pods and eat bugs. These motherfuckers. Yeah, not everybody can do what Big Daddy does though, and just fucking move out to the middle of nowhere, live off grid, grow food, have chickens, and just fucking live like a mountain man. Not everybody can just do that. So it falls upon the shoulders of our leaders to create a better world that in which families can thrive and survive, not a world in which you can barely afford to fucking buy gas and food. But yeah, keep voting Democrat. Let's see how far that fucking gets you. Like I said, they would literally see this world burn if it meant a Democrat could rule over its ashes. Feeling parched. Let me get a drink there. But we are. Yeah, where are we going with this? Spark up another one. If you got them, spark them. Fuck, might as well. Oh yeah. I didn't really follow much CG news except for going into Ethan's chat and trolling him. And I saw that look of pain and suffering on his face when I brought up Bunny and the man who stole her. That was one of the only times I'd ever felt bad about trolling. Jesus Christ. That's when you know you've done an effective job, though. Yeah, talking about women are becoming whores and behavioral sink. Nobody's having families, and hell, nobody's even dating anymore, really. Yeah, these dating apps are so fucked and so broken. I guess 97% of the women are going after only 3% of the dudes. The old 80-20 rule is now 97-3. Yeah, sometimes it's even worse on other dating apps. Sometimes it's 99-1. And those 1% of the men, there's an even smaller percentage of them that actually go out on the dates with these bitches. Yeah, so these dating apps, they're going to be starting to go under, just like these bridal companies, just like these ring companies. So what these companies, these dating app companies are doing to get ahead of the game is they're creating all sorts of AI chat bots, and they're flooding the dating apps with these things. And what they're doing is they're trying to catfish these fucking dudes, these poor lonely dudes. They're trying to catfish them to get them to stay on the apps, to keep using them. These fucking evil fuckers trying to play with people's emotions in such ways. And what can you do though? Just simply don't use the fucking dating apps unless you're fucking one of the alpha Chad types. And at that point, you got this whole pool of very very low quality women that you just bang basically. Oh yeah, that's right. Fucking old shit fuck. What's his name? Tommy Tallarico. Tommy Tallarico, the guy that was doing the Amico, that little handheld console that was basically the same power as a 2016 Nokia phone. Well, I guess the Amico has gone fucking tits up. The whole thing is dead, and turns out that old Tommy Tallarico might have been a grifter in the end. The funniest part about the whole thing was Saggy Melons simping for the guy and white knighting for him from the very beginning. Oh, I think the Amico is a good thing, blah, blah, blah. And it turns out to this Tommy Tallarico guy was paying people on Patreon to promote him and to prop up the Amico and to give him good press and shit. The funny part is, old Saggy Melons, I bet she actually pimped it for free. I bet he didn't even pay her. She's so stupid, she didn't even need to get paid to fucking pimp that shit. Yeah. She was just trying to clout chase in the end. Saggy's trying to clout chase Tommy Tallarico, trying to get him to marry her so she's gonna divorce grape him, just like her last husband. Turns out she's 46 years old. That bitch is 46 years old. Walks with a fucking cane. So saith the legends. Or is she 36? No, she's probably late 30s, early 40s. Yep. Boy, with all of these fucking nudes and lewds and videos floating around of all these e-thoughts and shit, it's only a matter of time until the Saggy Melon sex tape makes a fucking starts to surface, and then after that, it's like, oh Jesus Christ! If you thought the Yo Boy Zach cut porn was bad, if you thought the Preston Poulter film was bad, if you thought any of the Mandy Summer stuff or Sheila Allen stuff was bad, oh shit, you ain't seen nothing yet. Just wait until the Saggy sex tape comes out. The Saggy Tommy Tallarico sex tape. Oh shit. Yikes. You can see what that bitch looks like without any filters on. Like, is that Urka Badu? Yeah. Oh, she's late 30s. Yeah, that's what I figured. Post wall. Probably got a kid or two. Yeah, if I was a more sleazy motherfucker, I would find some e-thought and then groom her to become like a YouTube sensation and have her enter into like the fandom menace or CG sphere or whatever. Like all you got to do is have a semi-attractive looking bitch because the types of women they have over there, they're not well, they're scraping the bottom of the fucking barrel. Let's put it that way. Hell, you take geeky pixie Jared, throw a few filters on him, he beats any of those fucking bitches probably. Hell, Dylan Mulvaney himself is more attractive than most of those fucking CG fucking bitches. Just look at Anna; she looks just like Dylan fucking Mulvaney. Yeah, it is the haven for troons, I guess. You see Iron Liz over there, ghost of Dark Griff's troon present. Yeah, but if you were a semi decent looking e-thought and you knew anything about fucking pop culture or whatever, boy, you could find a lot of fucking simps. Yeah, a lot of these women out there that are failed OnlyFans bitches. Like there's this whole like fucking I guess there's millions of these bitches. Like they're kind of like the female version of male SoundCloud rappers that failed. There's all these failed OnlyFans bitches that can't make no money. Like a lot of these stupid cunts, if they were to wash out and become CG e-whores or fandom menace e-whores, they would make way more money than they would doing OnlyFans shit. Because OnlyFans is like too saturated. Like, you got to already be grandfathered in and be one of the more famous e-thoughts. But you could literally be just a semi-attractive looking e-thought and all of a sudden jump into the CG or fandom manosphere. And like that, like you'll get promoted through bigger channels. They'll have you on and shit, and like that, you'll fucking blow up. Like that entire sphere has been groomed to be a bunch of simps. I mean, they literally have a show called the Simpcast over there. These people are shameless. Shameless. Yeah, you got people like Chrissy fucking Mayer, fucking Brittany Venti, Anna. These bitches are like sixes on a good fucking day. That's Anna. Like let's say Chrissy, she's a fucking 2 or a 3. Brittany Venti, she's basically a 5. Like these are the level of women out there in that whole sphere, and they're fucking raking in the cent bucks. Yeah, a lot of these OnlyFans bitches, they ain't making money doing that shit. If they were to wash out and become a CG or Fandom Menace e-whores, I bet they'd see their pocketbooks turn around significantly. Yep. Babylon, the mother of harlots. Yeah, I guess there's a new study that has come out proving beyond any degree of equivocation that microchimerism is real. Telegeny is real. The shit that they stopped teaching in the colleges, they stopped teaching it for a reason. Microchimerism, telegeny. If you don't know what that is, I'll tell you. This is what happens when women get cream pied by dudes. Like, let's say they're on the pill or whatever, and they allow themselves to get cream pied by multiple dudes. What happens is the DNA of those multiple men assimilates to the DNA of those women. So whenever the women finally decide to have children later on, those children carry the DNA of all of her past partners who've cream pied her. Therefore, if you marry a woman and she isn't a virgin, she's been cream pied even once, then that means that your child is not a full blood. Your child carries the DNA of another man. This is what it means to be microchimera, telegeny. This is why sometimes a DNA test will fail. Like I've seen this happen before, where a fucking dude got off on the DNA test because the bitch was cream pied so many times. Like when they did the DNA test, it wasn't conclusive. Like because her DNA was mixed with so many different dudes' DNAs that they couldn't get an exact bead on the kid. So the guy was able to get off. Yeah. If they fucking taught the bitches that in school, I wonder if that would change their fucking behavior, though. I wonder. Probably not. Probably fucking not. Because they've been trained to be whores. Yeah, they can't wait to teach that shit in college. They have to teach that shit in their sex ed classes. That's what they got to fucking teach that shit. And they also got to teach them about the wall, the fucking wall. A lot of women want to just not even acknowledge the existence of the wall. But the wall is real. All we gotta do is look at Anna, that Star Wars girl, to understand that the wall is real. Bitch looks like Dylan fucking Mulvaney, for fuck's sake. That's what happens when you hit the wall. That's what fucking happens. Yep. The wall is real. And one of the biggest detriments about the wall is the fertility. Like women say, "Oh, I still look good. I still look good. I still a girl boss or whatever." Yeah, yeah, but how healthy is that womb? That's the fucking question. How healthy is that womb? Womb health. Yeah, they don't teach these bitches about womb health. You let dudes cream pie that womb, you're gonna ruin yourself. Your babies aren't gonna be pure bloods. A lot of bitches just don't give a shit though. Like, I don't care. I want to be cream pied. Yeah, and we wonder why Western civilization is now fucking engaging in behavioral sync. Nobody's having families anymore. Nobody's getting married anymore. These bridal companies are going under. Ring companies are going under. To prevent the dating apps from going under, they're fucking using AI to catfish dudes. This is how bad it is. Yeah, I can only imagine how shit's going to be in the future if shit keeps trending this way. Yeah, I've said this before. I've done videos about this. Women would rather take alpha seed and be a single mother rather than quote unquote be a slave and serve her husband and all that shit. No, no, no. She'll serve her employer though. Yeah, these fucking dumb cunts were trained to believe that serving their husband and children is somehow slavery, but serving their employer was somehow liberating. And they fucking bought into that shit. Yep. Alpha seed. They'd rather take alpha seed and become a single mother now. Yeah, I guess over there in the Netherlands, a man has been banned from giving seed, from going to sperm banks because he has fathered over 550 children. Yep. This is what happens when women have access to alpha seed. They'll just take that alpha seed. Yeah, one man has fathered 550 children over there in the Netherlands, and they won't let him give seed anymore now. Yeah, it's like they're trying to set up some sort of war of the genders, men versus women. But we all know who's going to come out on top if they fucking keep going down that road. Because these women, at the end of the day, they can freeze their eggs and try to start their families later on in life and try to girl boss it up. But at the end of the day, that barely ever works. Like a fraction of a percentage of that shit ever works, where the woman freezes her eggs and is able to actually conceive a child afterwards. So let's say the vast majority of women in Western society start going down that road, where they decide to freeze their eggs and have their families later on, and just become single mothers and take the most top alpha seed they can find in sperm banks. And it would be unvaxxed seed, obviously, because the bitches aren't going to want that shit that's got the jab in it. Yeah, I've said this before. In the future, there's only going to be 3 forms of currency that's worth a damn: unvaxxed seed and bootleg Big Daddy and Liam Gray videos. Yep. Yeah, say shit keeps going down that road, and these bitches girl boss it up, and only X number of these pregnancies actually come to term. And let's say it's a coin flip, 50-50, whether or not the kid has autism, 50-50 whether or not it's a female or a male. And the female born from the girl boss in her late 40s, whatever, like, she goes on to do the same thing. And we do that for how many generations? How many women are going to be left after that? Think about it. If that's the route they decide to go down, to completely abandon the family unit, completely abandon men as partners, and just be girl bosses and freeze their eggs and do that shit, or just become single mothers. And anybody knows, like, one of the biggest black flags about a woman is if she was raised by a single mother, because it's like a disease. It's systemic. If she was raised by a single mother, she's going to become a single mother. That's just how it goes. This is how the fucking rules are written, and there's nothing you can do about it. Single mothers raise other single mothers. So you have the single mother culture and you got the girl boss culture. How many humans is that going to really net in the end? Because only the females can procreate and have more babies or whatever, because men are not getting married, having families. And traditionally, throughout history, only 40% of men have actually passed their genetics on. So basically, that's what we're looking at as far as the women goes. You got single mother culture and you got girl bosses freezing their eggs. But what about men? Where does that leave men? Well, anybody knows men knows, well, we're a lot smarter than women. I've never ever met a bitch that was more smarter than me. And I'm not a scientist or anything like that. Now, we've already seen that the technology is brewing up in the works. Artificial womb technology. What's ultimately going to happen is artificial womb tech is going to get dialed in to the point where that's actually going to be a thing. You can actually go buy an artificial womb, or you can go to one of these facilities and pay money, and you can have your own child grown for you. And what the men will do is they'll have their own sons, basically modeled after their own DNA using CRISPR genetics, and it will be like a more hybridized, advanced form of human. So that's what you're looking at for men. We're gonna pass on our genetics through artificial wombs, and women will be replaced with high-end sex bots with really high-end artificial intelligence. And what will happen is women will become obsolete in the future. They will be replaced. Yeah, they're going to girl boss it up, and the only people that are going to live on their side is going to be the whole single mother culture, girl boss freezing eggs or whatever. But men, they'll be able to tap into artificial womb tech. The women, like the few numbers of girl bosses that are capable of affording one, can go down that route too. But what you're ultimately going to look at is if they continue down this gender war, women are going to become obsolete. They're going to become a thing of the past. What's going to happen is there's going to be these massive like theme parks, kind of like Disneyland, crossed with like a brothel, crossed with like a museum, and that's where all of the regular real women are going to be kind of like Westworld, where you go there and that's where you interact with real women, because after all, they will be considered a danger to society, and that's where they'll be kept. It's kind of like how we did to the Japanese, kept them in internment camps. Like, you're too fucking dangerous to be left in society, because we've seen what happens when that happens. It leads to the downfall of civilization. So you keep them on these special little reservations where men can go and interact with them, pay to have sex with them, shit like that. Like I said, it's like Disneyland crossed with a brothel, crossed with a museum, where all of the real women are kept. And in the society ran by men out there in the outside world, where children are born in artificial wombs, and men have real high-end sex bots that they can converse with, that don't nag them, just perfectly programmed to be the perfect partner. Yeah, I mean, this is like basically the plot of every dystopian fucking science fiction film there is. Shit. And this is basically the future that we're going to be looking at. Unless we learn how to love, forget how to hate, and realize the family unit. And love is the most important thing in this world, and the thing that should be cherished most. Not inanimate rectangular paper, not your politics, the shit that spreads division amongst people. Yeah, this is also one of the worst things about the modern Western female. Almost all of them are hardcore liberal Democrat feminists. And anytime a woman is a hardcore liberal Democrat feminist, like I said, people who take up leftist politics, they are beholden to their leftist politics more strongly than a religious zealot is beholden to their religion. The bonds that people hold to their politics is stronger than the bonds of family and love itself. Yeah, if a woman finds out that a man isn't all on board with hating Trump or all that, then she won't even give him a chance. This is one of the biggest things that's keeping people apart out there too, that's preventing families from happening. Women put their politics above love. Yep. And when it ultimately strip away all the window dressing and you look at what's really going on, it's almost as if the social engineers are using women as a tool. They're using women as a weapon. They've weaponized women against the world is what they've done. Because almost all of the ills of the world stem back to these fucking woke feminist liberal cunts in one way or another. Yeah, much like it was with the snake manipulating Eve with the apple, so too do the social engineers manipulate women by using feminism. At the end of the day, all it's done is destroyed and erode the family unit, and it's assault upon the concept of love itself. You look at the modern Western female, your average fucking woman is not even as good as Jezebel from the Bible, a woman so synonymous with evil and wickedness that to this day nobody will dare name their daughters after her. But that woman is a better woman when compared to the average Western female. This is how far we've fallen. It's like, yeah, I'd rather have Jezebel as my wife than your average fucking bitch. At least you know Jezebel is going to do everything in her power to make you happy. If she sees just moping around, sad, she will manipulate not just a man's murder, but like a fucking manipulate to where they kill him and you take everything he's got just to see you happy. You don't see women doing that for their men nowadays.
Fuck no. Yeah, but that's what Jezebel did for her man. Manipulated the death of Naboth so that Ahab could get his gardens. Just because she saw him sad, moping around. Wanted to see him happy again. Your average Western female would never do such a thing for their man. This is how far we have fallen. Jezebel herself from the Bible is a more high quality woman than the average Western female. It's all about solipsism, too. Women, they think that the entire universe revolves around them. They don't think about how other people feel. They can't put themselves in the shoes of other people. And ultimately, what happens is they end up seeing their children and men as nothing more than fashion accessories to their lifestyle. That's what happens. Yeah, they're being used as tools to destroy the West by the social engineers. Men got to step up, understand what's going on, take the bull by the horns, and not allow their women to take up feminist ideology. There's too many white knights and too many simps that feed into it. Simp culture. God, it's the worst thing. Yeah, for the simple fact that OnlyFans is a fucking thing, that Pornhub is a thing, just shows how far that your average man has fallen. Like, there should be nobody simping out on these fucking stupid bitches on OnlyFans. There shouldn't be no man watching fucking porn on Pornhub, let alone tranny porn. Looking at you, Dark Gift, doing fucking troon porn star fan heart. Jesus fucking Christ. This is the state of your average modern male. Like, fuck. We stand no fucking chance. Lord have mercy. In the year 3000. In the year 3000. Women will be kept on reservations, much like Disneyland, crossed with a brothel, crossed with a museum. And the men will have families using artificial wombs and sex bots. In the year 3000. In the year 3000. Actually, I think it might happen a lot sooner, to be honest. If we even make it that far. Because this is, I mean, if you can't defeat behavioral sync by just simply cherishing love and having families again, that's the only way. Gotta fucking go to the artificial wombs. Or you just simply initiate the mass extinction event and reset the fucking clock. And one way you could do that, solar flare. Don't think that these beings don't have the technology to where they can just initiate a solar flare whenever they want, one big enough to reset the clock on the planet. Yeah, if you don't know what the Carrington event is, look it up. It happened in the 1800s. It was like an X-class solar flare that was so powerful that it set telephone lines on fire. And this was like kind of a primitive society back then that wasn't that dependent upon technology. And if it happened nowadays, it would completely fry all of our fucking nuclear power plants. Nuclear meltdown is just the tip of the iceberg. All of the fucking refrigeration and all of the fucking food storage goes down. Within 2 weeks, all the food is gone. People start starving to death. People start resorting to cannibalism. And after the first year, 90% of the Earth's population is fucking dead. Yeah, literally looking like a real life Walking Dead type scenario situation. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But if it does, I'll be ready. Because a man like me surviving come the end of the days. I keep them blunts on tap. Oh yeah. I keep them shits up and blazed. You know I'm staying high. Now to the end of days. Into the end of days. You know I passed the test. Acquire the fucking taste for uncooked human flesh. That's how it goes. Yeah, I talked earlier about all this trans wokeness, and how your average normie is not fucking cool with it. All you gotta do is look at the reaction to the Bud Light fiasco. Dylan Mulvaney, that fucking mockery of a human. Your pronouns are its. You're no longer a man, you are no longer a woman, you are now a thing. Yeah, Bud Light thinks they can get out of it. No, you ain't getting out of this shit. No, your fucking brand is dead. It's fucking dead. It's only a matter of time. You're dead, you just don't know it yet. Yeah, they thought doing some stupid commercial with a Clydesdale and a fucking country music singing band was going to bring people back. Like, no. Nope. That ain't going to bring people back. No. We all know there's only one way that this gets rectified. Only one fucking way that this gets rectified. Bud Light. We all know how this gets rectified. We all know it. We all instinctively know it. We don't want to say it. We can't say it. But we know it. We know how the Bud Light situation gets rectified. Big Daddy will say it. Oh, I'll fucking say it. You want to know how the Bud Light situation gets rectified? Dylan Mulvaney becomes part of the 48%. Yep, that's how it gets rectified. That's how it gets rectified. You hear it? You hear me? You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Once Dylan Mulvaney becomes part of the 48%, then it becomes rectified. Then we're even. Then we're good now. Maybe I'll go buy a fucking Bud Light in celebration. Go buy a Bud Light tall boy. That's the only way we make this right. That's the only way. Mulvaney knows it too. He knows it too. We'll see if it happens. We'll see if it happens. Yeah, let's try to get that 48% up to 100%. Day bow bow. Chicka chicka. Bow bow. Day bow bow. Chicka chicka. Yep. Troons. What can you do? You're like, troons? What is that? You know, a transvestite. What Dylan Mulvaney is. Yeah, if you don't know what a fucking troon is, I'll play a little documentary that'll break it down for you.
Suicidus Bythirticus, also known as the Western Troon, is a frequent sight amongst the landscapes of most modern cities. Beset by a terrible plague of the mind, the Western Troon wanders akin to a wild, rabies-ravaged dog, or like that of a wombat in the midst of sarcoptic mange. A curious case of natural development has kept many of his masculine features, an Adam's apple, his male height, weight and muscle mass, along with, and in many cases, the receding hairline. All of this despite the beast's self-professed similarity to that of a female of the species. Unfortunately for him and his kind, the natural order of the species places them squarely in the domain of the males. His hulking shoulders send the other animals scurrying, his camouflage, the dress of a woman picked up and draped upon him, couldn't obscure his real form from the other denizens of the concrete jungle. His wig, or thin...
Yep. Troons! Yeah, we talked a little bit earlier about TJ Swan, how he was trying to white knight for Dark Grift. Because TJ, well, he's been known to simp on troons too. Mostly in the club. Yeah, but he's also been caught on film mounting a troon out in the streets. Do you ever see that footage of young TJ Swan mounting the troon in the streets?
Man, what you doing, bro?
Man, this a nigga, bro. Move.
That's a nigga?
Yeah.
Okay. What he did? He tried you?
You keep breaking everything. I'm trying to treat her like a bitch. Take care of her now. I'm trying to I'm trying to get money to take care of us, bro. But you don't understand.
Oh, that's a faggot.
Boy, fuck you.
Oh, hell no. This nigga trying to turn a faggot to a housewife.
Yeah, there's an old saying, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, as well as a bundle of sticks. Yikes. Yeah, TJ Swan. Yep. Simping on Troons. Yeah, but I said this before, TJ Swan, he also had a brief, career as a movie star. Well, I mean, he was in one blaxploitation film. Yep, TJ Swan in Africa. One of the most plagued productions since Apocalypse Now. Yep, Big Daddy, the only motherfucker who's got the lost footage of TJ Swan in Africa.
I want to fuck a wild woman so bad.
Yep. The most plagued production since Apocalypse Now itself. Yeah, there was a fucking cannibal uprising. Some guerrillas got a hold of some guns. Not the type of guerrillas you're thinking. Yeah, we ranting and raved quite a bit. Yeah, we've hit the 2-hour mark. Shit, maybe we'll go ahead and close the stream. Yeah, it's been a fun one, guys. Yeah, after this stream is over, I'm going to have to immediately unlist it and then a few days later upload it onto my other channel. Yikes. Yeah, the motherfuckers struck my other channel, my Anna roast. The roast of Anna, that Star Wars girl, up for less than 6 hours. I had tagged her in it. I hope she fucking saw it. It was probably one of her simps that fucking struck me, though, I'm sure. Motherfuckers. Yep. Yeah, we'll go ahead and end the stream. It's been a fun one, guys. We'll close out with a song. Yeah, remember, speak truth to wokeness. Fucking, if you feel something is wrong in your heart, in your mind, and you feel it in your soul, don't let them fucking shame you. You know, it starts when you always shame. Yeah, if you shame them into controlling you, then you become nothing more than their slave. But over here at the Big Daddy Show and others like me, you hear the chimes of freedom flashing, and you understand that the times are a-changing. Far between sundown's finished and midnight's broken toll, ducked inside the doorway's thunder went crashing. Its majestic bellows of bolts struck shadows in the sounds, seeming to be chimes of freedom flashing. Flashing for the warriors whose strength is not to fight. Flashing for the refugees on the unarmed road of light. And for each and every underdog soldier in the night, he gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. The city's melted furnace, unexpectedly we watched
faces hidden as the walls were tightening, as the echo of the wedding bells before the blowing rain dissolved into the bells of the lightning, tolling for the rebel, tolling for the rake, tolling for the luckless, the abandoned and forsake, tolling for the outcast, burning constantly at stake, as we gazed upon the chimes of flashing, flashing for the warriors. Strength is not to fight, flashing for the refugees, gone on the road of flight, for each and every underdog soldier in the night. We gazed upon chimes of freedom flashing, gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon be drenched to the bone. Your time to you is worth saving. Better start swimming or you sink like a stone. Times they are a-changing. Writers and critics prophesize with your pen. Keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin. There's no telling who that it's naming, for the lures that now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changing. The mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Just get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand. Times they are a-changing. Line it is drawn, the curtain it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading. The first one now will later be last. Times they are a-changing. Changing for the warrior, whose strength is not to fight. Changing for the refugee on the unarmed road of flight. For each and every underdog soldier in the night. For the times they are a-changing. Times they are a-changing. Changing like the weather. Yep. Good old Bob Dylan. It's taken two different Bob Dylan songs, mashed them together as one, throwing it on a beat. Yeah, that was probably one of my most, I basically didn't have to cut into that song at all. All I did was just take the lyrics from one of my live streams and just, boom, place it on top of the beat, and it just fit perfectly. Yeah.
Times they are a-changin', but the chimes of freedom are flashing. Too few and far between, that's for sure. The chimes of freedom flashed for a little bit there on Twitter when Elon Musk bought it. We thought it was going to become a true free speech platform. But here recently, Elon has hired a new CEO, and she's a former fucking stooge for the WEF, the World Economic Forum. We'll see how long free speech lasts under this bitch. Hopefully, this is a case of keep your friends close, but your enemies closer, and not something where it's like they pull a Bud Light and they give some dumb, stupid bitch a little bit too much power, and she ends up ruining shit. Yeah, I wonder if old Heiderscheid will ever get another fucking job in marketing again. I'm sure she will. Yeah, it seems like when you're a hardcore leftist, you fail upwards in this world. There are very few places where you fail upwards. The Democrat Party, that's one place. Comicsgate, that's another place. Comicsgate. Yeah, I remember when I was trolling Ethan's chat, and he was talking about how Comicsgate is the place where you need to be. It's a place where we're all having fun. We're a family here. It's a place where you'll make money. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I put in the chat, Comicsgate has worked out real well for Vic King. Anyway, Ethan brings up that fucking chat. He brought up almost every chat that I fucking put up there, which goes to show I've got it under the guy's skin. But then he starts going into this soliloquy about how if your artwork is good, this and that, he will promote you, blah blah blah. And it's like, motherfucker, what about Narwhal? Vic King's art is about on par with Narwhal. Yeah, Narwhal proves that Comicsgate is not a meritocracy. It's all about how much dick you suck. You can't in one breath say that Vic King isn't good enough to be highlighted, but Narwhal is. No. Yeah, Narwhal's existence within Comicsgate proves that it's not a meritocracy. It's all about how much dick you suck. Yeah. We talked about quite a bit of esoteric shit. Every so often I talked about a mass extinction event being induced upon us because of behavioral sync, because there's nowhere to go for mankind from there. Unless we go all in with the artificial womb tech, I guess. Yeah, but some people may be thinking, that sounds like some real hardcore conspiracy theory shit, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, you would think that, but our own government knows about these creatures. They know that they've got bases all over the planet. They know about their base on the dark side of the moon. They've got certain documents talking about these things. You can look up this FBI document. It's called FBI Memo 6751. FBI Memo 6751. Yeah, look that shit up. Yeah, it's this old document from back in I think it's back in 1948, something like that. But it breaks down what aliens truly are, and they don't come from a different fucking planet. They come from a different dimension. They're trans-dimensional. Locas, that's where they come from. Lokas. Locas. It's a Hindu term. Yeah, it means another dimension. And when you look up the old Hindu texts, when it talks about the various lokas, there's supposedly 14 of them. And then within each loka, there's various sublokas. And apparently these quote unquote aliens are actually beings that come from a loka that's below us, these lower dimensions. And these lower dimensions are more malevolent, I guess. Yeah, they're called nagas. They're supposedly like a snake, like snake-like. You hear all these tales about these shape-shifting reptilians or whatever, blah blah blah. But what I'm trying to say is our own government has known about these things for a while. FBI memo 6751, look it up. They know what these fucking things are. They know they've been watching us. The Watchers, they call them. Yeah, they have the tech. Younger Dryas, that was the last time they induced a mass extinction event. The flood. The flood from the Bible, whatever. Almost every fucking culture speaks about this flood. Yeah, the next event will be by fire. The solar flare. That's probably what it is. Yeah, these beings, their technology is very, very powerful. It's so powerful it would give them the appearance of being gods. God tech. Yeah, but they come from different dimensions, is what I'm saying. They don't come from different planets, they come from different dimensions. It may sound crazy, but all I'm doing is relaying information that I've found. FBI memo 6751. Look it up, it's real. Yeah, I wonder if if all of mankind became aware of these fucking things and where their bases were and shit. I wonder if we would all band together as one human race and go to war with them. Launch the fucking nukes. Although they have proven that their technology is so advanced that they can shut down nukes. They're the same ones responsible for the orb tech. Yeah, literally one of their orbs can appear outside of a nuclear facility and it can dial out all of the fucking launch coordinates of all of the individual MIRVs and all of our Minuteman missiles. And it takes a long time to go in there and program each individual city that those individual little warheads are supposed to fucking target. Yeah, I wonder if mankind decided to wage war against them. I wonder what that would look like. We tried to truly liberate ourselves. Throw off the yoke, so to speak. I wonder how that war would look like. We would need some sort of a king of Richard the Lionheart's caliber to take control over all of the human race, all of the planet Earth. That way all of the resources of mankind would be put towards one goal and one endeavor. That'd be the only way. The only question is, besides myself, I can't think of a living soul responsible enough to fucking lead that war. I go to war. Follow me. We go down to Galilee. I go to war. When I go up by Baltimore, ain't no carpet on my floor. I go to war. Follow me. We go down to Galilee. Out of the green, green, rocky road, promenade green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. I go to war. Follow me. Little mosquito walking in the sky. She don't bark, boy, she just fly. Come all along and follow me. Go down to Galilee. Out of the green, green, rocky road, promenade and green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. I go to war. Come all along and follow me. Out of the green, green, rocky road, promenade and green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love.
Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Promenade and green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. I go to war, fight on me. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love.